Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to see what is in store for today, but before we do that, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel before you leave, and let's get started. So today I'm really excited to do a full face Colourpop. So I'm going to be using things that I have recently got. Some of it was in my mystery box. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll definitely link it down below and put a card up if I remember. And so basically I also did an unboxing where I unboxed the newer products, so I'll definitely link that down below also and put another card up. But anyway, back into what we're doing today, which is a full face Colourpop. So I am going to be using some Holy Grail products of mine from Colourpop, and I'm going to be using some new things, and I actually have a couple things that I'm going to be putting in a future giveaway. So really excited about that. So since I have oily skin, I feel like a couple of these products would work for me, and some of them might not work for other skin tones because they're like specifically for like matte. It's like a matte, more of a matte formula. So but just as like any other video goes, stuff that works for me may not work for you, stuff that works for you may not work for me. That's just how makeup works. I just figured I would review some of this stuff for you guys and do a little tutorial, so let's just get into it. So the first thing is this Colourpop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer. I'm really excited about this because, like I said, since I have oily skin, matte is good for it. For the most part, whenever you're applying makeup. And then blur, I love that because I of course want my pores blurred. So it's supposed to be pore minimizing, line blurring, skin perfecting primer. So that's what she looks like, and sorry if you hear yelling or anything like that. Gage has a couple of his friends over, so sorry about that, but I'll try to cut out as much of it as possible. But I'm just going to take this in between my fingers. It feels kind of sticky, and just push this right into the skin. So right away I'm noticing that it is blurring my pores, but we're just gonna let it sit for a second and see if it'll keep blurring, because it actually says on the package to like wait for it to soak in a little bit. I did do a face mask, so my skin is a little bit like shiny, so I'm not really seeing the matte at the moment, but the blurring is definitely happening. So now that it's dry, it feels really soft. And I'm going to go in with foundation. So this is going to be fun because I actually have two foundations. This one is my all-time favorite. It's the Colourpop No Filter Foundation, the liquid version. But I also have the No Filter stick. So this one I'm still trying to figure out how much I like it versus the liquid. So far I like the liquid. I feel like the stick would be better for people with like combination or dry skin, and the liquid is better for like oily skin. So I'm basically just gonna use half on one side, half on the other. Cute things where it like drips down my face. So I'm actually gonna apply these off camera and I'll be right back. So since I'm so fair, I don't put concealer like in a triangle form. I just do like two little dots under my eyes, and I don't put it anywhere else because I am super fair. But I'm using the No Filter concealer. So everything that I'm gonna be using today is from Colourpop, maybe not the brushes, but the actual other products all the products that I'm going to be using are from Colourpop. So just let me blend this out real quick to get rid of these dark circles. Oh yeah, her dark circles are gone. So this is the base so far. So now I'm really excited to try this. It's the No Filter setting powder. I got the translucent setting powder. They had a couple different shades, but they seemed like they'd be too dark for me. So I just got the translucent powder. So this is what the actual packaging looks like. It just looks like a normal translucent powder. It's got a little bit of a tint to it, but nothing too crazy. Tap some off into the lid. Don't know how much I'm gonna need, so that's what she looks like so far. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, maybe it's just because I did the face mask, but my face still looks pretty like dewy and illuminated, so I don't know if the primer like really mattified my face, but it definitely blurred my pores, so I like it for that. So now I'm going to set the face. Dip into the powder and blend this out. I love all these together so far. What's really cool is the they're all from the same brand, so they should work well together, but also most of them are like from the no filter line, so it's really nice that all the products are working together so far. So I definitely need to keep trying out the products that I've never tried before, like this powder and a couple of the other things that I'm going to be trying today before I give you like my final thoughts. But maybe by the time this video goes up or later in a different video, I can give you guys like an update on how I'm still feeling about everything. But so far, first impression wise, I'm really liking everything so far. So next, highlighter. This packaging is so gorgeous. Like, I don't want to throw it away because it's so cute, but I'm really not going to have a use for it, so I may hang it up or something, because I do have some of my palettes and stuff hung up behind me. I know you can't normally see that stuff because it's behind my head. So this is the highlighter. It's in the shade Pinch Me, which you thought they would make green because normally you pinch somebody if they're not wearing green on St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, it's like a really pretty like purpley pinkish shade. Should be interesting. Really excited to try it out. So I'm just going to dip into the product. I've never actually tried Colourpop's highlighters before, so this should be interesting. So first try on, it's pretty subtle, so I'm definitely gonna have to dig in a lot more to make it more vibrant. Oh, it's like really creamy. Okay. Is this a cream formula? I don't think it's a cream, but like what the heck? You can like push it down like it is a cream. Like, you see how it's like making indents of like where my finger was? Maybe I should have applied this before powder. Uh-oh, I thought it was a powder formula. Let's just see what happens, I guess. So it definitely builds up really nice. I don't know if you guys can tell. I can't see what you guys can. In person, it looks great. Next is eyeshadow. Colourpop My Pleasure Pressed eyeshadow palettes, and it's like all purples. It's gorgeous. It actually came broke. Like, it came in the mail broke. I'll show you. I'm gonna like try to lightly pick this up. I really don't want to dump it everywhere. But as you can see, this shade right here, without me dumping it, is broken. And you can tell it's like all over the palette and all over the mirror. But the exciting thing is Colourpop. I had contacted Colourpop and said I ordered this online and it came in broke, and they're like, oh no, send us the order number and we'll send you another one. So I actually got another one, and I actually gave it away to one of you guys. So I did that in my 50 subscribers giveaway, so I was really excited to give that to you guys, but that's how I was able to do that. So I am going to be using this palette minus that shade for now till I fix it, but I will try out the other shadows along with a shadow that I already owned, which is purple too. Coincidence. Purple's my favorite color, if you didn't know. In the shade Bow Down. This is something that I've had for a while. It's really nice. I've actually dug in pretty deep to it. You can actually see like the white around it. So she's been used, but she's like a pretty purple shimmer shade. She's got a lot of like glitter reflex in her. Gorgeous. And then a new one that I actually got is Party of Five. So this is a like bronzy shade with like green glitter reflex in it. I think it's really gorgeous. I haven't tried it yet, but just in the pan it looks amazing. So I'm going to be trying to mix all these kind of shades around and use them together. But I decided that two shadows I was going to give to you guys eventually are the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Sequin and the pressed powder shadow in the shade Snake Eyes. So eventually these will be in a future giveaway. I just feel like you guys would get more use out of them than me because I already do have a couple Super Shock Shadows singles, so I'm going to be giving these two to you guys eventually. I'm not going to lift up that palette. I'm just going to like tell you what shades I'm going into because I'm scared if I lift it up too many times that I may actually end up dumping it. And I don't want to do that, so you guys know when I go into a new palette, I use my Elizabeth Mott blending brush because love her. Luxie brushes and e.l.f. brushes are really good too if you were looking for other options. So I'm actually going to go in with the shade Kittenfish. That's an interesting shade name. It's a like light pink shade. There is a mirror in that palette, but I'm not going to use it because I don't want to lift up that palette too much. It's like a really light pink, so I didn't think it would be that pigmented, but love that. Oh my gosh, and it blends out amazing. I've never tried any of their like pressed shadows or like shadow palettes. I've only ever tried that purple Super Shock shadow, so I love that the palette and pressed shadows are just as good. I love that, and you keep blending it and it still looks amazing. Cool, that shade at least. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Fan Fiction, which actually accidentally has a little bit of that shimmer shade in it, so we'll just see what happens. But I'm just going to put that in the crease and deepen it. So since I have hooded eyes, I always go above the crease also so that you're like actually able to see the shade. So these are blending together really well. Love that. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Sleeper, which is like kind of a dark purple, almost maroon shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer and inner corner. I'm just going to start by packing it on. I really love how this looks turning out so far. So I'm actually going to just go in with the shade Earth Shine, which is super gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I put it on my finger and it looks amazing. Hello. So it's like a pinky shade with like blue and like green glitter reflex in it, and I'm just going to, she pigmented, oh my lord, wow, I love that. Just putting it in the center, holy crap. So now I'm just going to take a like dot of the Pretty Cruel shade, which is like a like tan-ish shade, and just kind of just barely dust that up here a little bit just to add a little bit of color on the brow bone. So now I'm going to take Kittenfish and Fan Fiction, mix those together and put that on the lower lash line. So of course with this palette you could of course do a crazy look like I'm doing right now, or you could use the pops of purple with other palettes that you have, but as you see they're applying amazingly, so I definitely think you should check out Colourpop shadows, and their stuff is so affordable anyway that it's definitely worth it, especially this palette. I don't know about their other palettes, but yeah. So that's exciting. So I think you've seen me use enough purple, so I'm just going to swatch my Bow Down shade just to show it to you guys. Absolutely stunning purple shade, but you've seen enough purple today. So I'm actually going to just go in with the new one that I got, the Party of 5, and just put that all over the lid with my finger. Cute. Just for like a simple eye look. Love that. That'd just be a cute little simple thing that you could just go out in and be done with it if you didn't want to do all these extra steps. I kind of like made it darker on the lid and kind of lighter as it went out. That's a gorgeous shade. I could definitely pack it on a lot more, but I really like how it's looking right now. Kind of natural, cute. Love that. So I'm happy those worked out. So now we'll go into mascara. It's one of their new mascaras. It's the BFF Volumizing Mascara. I got the shade Black on Black. So this is the line that has like a bunch of different colors. They have like a yellow one and all kinds of other crazy colors, but in my mystery box I got the black one, so that's really nice. So here's what the packaging looks like. I'm seeing it for the first time too. And here's what the wand looks like. Gorgeous. Alright, so let's apply her to the lashes. So this is one layer. It definitely volumized my lashes, I feel like. And I didn't curl my lashes or anything, and my lashes go like stick straight. So I'm gonna apply a second layer and see how that does. I always like to try a mascara for the first time without curling my lashes just to see how it turns out. Sometimes I don't feel like curling my lashes really does anything, but I do feel like this is adding volume to my lashes, so definitely love that. But I don't know how long wearing or anything. Like most of these products, I don't know how long wearing they are, so I do know that the liquid foundation lasts a long time. I wore this foundation for my wedding and it lasted for like 16 hours. So love that for sure. So I also have this precision brow pencil. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Always remember, brows are not twins, they're sisters. This isn't like my favorite brow product ever. I mean, it's pretty good, but it tends to wipe off pretty easily. So I'm not like the biggest fan of it. But it's still a pretty good brow product, other than, like I said, if you touch it too much, it'll kind of wipe off. So you really got to set it and make sure that it's set in place really well. So now onto lips. So actually the first lip product that I'm going to talk about is something that was in my mystery box, which I'm actually going to give away. It's this Luxe lipstick in the shade Solo Velvet Blur, which is like a red shade, but I'm going to give this to you guys because I don't typically go for lipsticks. I really like dry down liquid lips or like lip glosses and things like that, so this will be for you guys. I have the ultra glossy lip that I got in the mystery box, which as you can hear is not in the box. It's actually in my purse. I love it and I left it in my purse because I use it all the time, so this is definitely a good product. I just wanted to leave the box here so that I remember to talk about it and tell you guys that it is one of my like go-tos right now. So what I am going to go in with, which I was really interested about, I never ended up looking what this actually meant. It's the Ultra Blotted Lip, and it doesn't really have any information on the side like this does this. You know what I mean? Ultra Blotted Lip just kind of sounds interesting to me. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to dry down or what it's supposed to do, but it's in the shade Doozy. This is what she looks like. A really pretty shade. So I'm going to apply her and see what she looks like, and then talk about a few more things and give you guys my final thoughts and see what this does, if it dries down or what it's supposed to do. So let's just apply. So it's applying kind of patchy. I don't know if this is literally supposed to look like you like kind of blotted it on, I guess, but it is kind of patchy. It may just be the shade, I don't know. But I keep trying to go over it and it like kind of moves it around and doesn't really cover it, so not really sure. Pretty shade, but not really sure what this formula is supposed to do. I just feel like, I don't know, like the bottom lip looks good, but I feel like the top lip does not have enough on it for some reason. So I don't know if you guys have heard me talk about this, but I really do like the Matte X formula from Colourpop. I like it so much that I got this Persuade Me Lippy Stick collection, and basically you open it like this and it's got like a bunch of Matte X lipsticks in it. It's got the shades Ziggy, Daydream, Le Freak, Goldie, Hotline, and Upside Down, but they basically look like this. And this one's in the shade Glam Bag. It's actually a Matte X. It's actually the reason that I bought that kit, because I tried this because I got it in my Ipsy Glam Bag a long time ago. I thought it was funny that the name was Glam Bag and that's what you get from Ipsy. But anyway, so this is a lippy stick. It's like a regular lipstick, which I just said I don't really like, but I do like this formula because it does, like, whenever you put it on, it dries down like a matte liquid lip, so I love that about it. Speaking of drying down, the blotted lip dried down. There's nothing on my hand, so it's a dry down formula, so I love that. I love dry down formulas, but it actually feels like more of a comfortable kind of dry down. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's sucking the life out of me kind of dry down, but it's also not like a hydrating dry down. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle. So when I sit here like this, it looks good, but if I go to smile, like you can see it's like kind of patchy up here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like in person, really up close and the near. Far away it probably looks good, but like really up close, it's kind of patchy. So last is the Matte and Blur Face Setting Spray. Yes. If you guys would like me to do another full face of a different brand, or you want to see me try out anything else from Colourpop, definitely let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below, and check the description box for more information about the video, my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GlamGirlGray. See you next time.